Okay, we're just about ready to get into our online course development class, and I wanted to show you a few things before we get started. I usually open the class probably a week or so ahead of time where you can actually participate in the Getting Started or Start Here First learning module. I want you to feel comfortable, and I also want you to be prepared for the next 10 weeks of this adventurous journey into exemplary online course development. All right, I look forward to working with you. Thank you. Let's go in the classroom and I'll show you around. Hi, everyone. I wanted to give you a little tour of the class, as I mentioned. So, one of the things that I'm going to be asking you to do right away is to check on your global menu. I'll be asking you to click on your account and update your profile, your settings, notifications, and then possibly you'll be checking out your files. So that's one thing that you can do right away. You can check on that, but it will also be directing you to participate in some exercises in the Start Here First learning module. This is where you get to know about the class, about the expectations, about me as your instructor and guide, and you can go through each item in a module just like I'm showing you by clicking on Next. Check out the information and get comfortable with the class before it gets started. And you can always go back to previous. Now, one thing that you can do is you can go back to modules and you can actually see the module, collapse and expand the module because there'll be several. In this class, there'll be 10 of them for 10 weeks. But you can collapse and expand and you can take a look at the overall contents inside your module. So, as I mentioned, these Start Here First introductory activities will get you introducing yourself, editing your profile, setting up your notifications, taking a quiz, and participating in a virtual lecture summary. Those are going to be fun. So let me explain a little bit about that. I usually choose Monday from 5 to 6 to do a live lecture on everything that you need for the week, at least the most important things that I know that you might need some guidance on. So, along with the Start Here First, we usually tackle week 1, and I will show you how you're going to be able to create a hands-on accessible syllabus. So we will be talking about that. I'll be demonstrating that. And if you come on live with me, you'll be able to ask questions and we'll build that community of learners because when we're online, we can see each other, we can talk, we can ask questions. Now, if you cannot attend them, that's okay. They will be recorded and they will be in the Confer Now tab, and I also post them probably in the announcement or maybe on the home page. But I do want you to note that you will be required to either attend live or watch them later as an archive because I do ask a question. It is part of an assignment. All right, so we've got the home page, we've got the announcements. I'll have announcements weekly. And if you set them up in your notifications in your account area, you can set them up so they will actually go to your YCCD email when I post an announcement. Here's the syllabus for you to check up on frequently. You can download this, you can look at it, you can have it for your records. Here's the modules that we just were in. This is where all your content and activities are going to be located. And then discussions. A very important part of this class is going to be your discussions. So now one of the things that we're going to be able to do is discuss and articulate and check for understanding in our discussions and get to know your fellow classmates. Grades are always available. I try to keep those up and posted as soon as you complete your activities. It alerts me, and I go in there and I do my best to do that with a turnaround time of 24 hours or less. Confer Now, you won't be able to see what that looks like in the student view. I'll take you back in a minute. That's where you'll be able to log in to a conference using Confer Now Zoom. And then People happens to be your fellow classmates. Who's in the class? Student support services is just information takes you right to the Columbia College page for student services and programs, and you have the list there. Very simple, easy navigation. Now I'm going to go out of the student view and go back to the view that you'll see as an instructor. So all of you will have a sandbox. If you don't, let me know and I will create one for you. Or some of the activities you might want to try live, you're welcome to do that as well. And just you're going to either provide me with the URL or you're going to provide me with some type of text information that you've completed this. Go check my module or check my classroom. So it's going to work out really great. I really look forward to working with you. And just one more thing about the Confer Now. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to have events scheduled and you'll be able to go here and pick up the event recordings when they start to archive. All right, I think you're going to enjoy this class. I'm sure going to enjoy having you in the class, and feel free to get started anytime.